gosh, what a Friday.
Yeah.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Starting with a lot of energy.
Mano is already on one today.
Yeah, me. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see everybody in the comments, from Ask Yee yesterday. No, was it Tell Us a Secret?
No, that was Ask Yee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was triggered.
Yeah, you was triggered.
Yeah.
And you're triggered again. You continually are triggered.
There's a lot happening out there, man.
And I just found out that you would not take the stand for me if something happened to me and I I need you to testify.
On your behalf? Yes. Like, as a character witness, on your behalf. But I'm not going on the stand.
Let's say Navy did something, right?
No, we're going to beat on Navy. Severely. Half to death.
All right, that works.
Yeah,
all right, well, listen, we got to get the show started now. Just so y'all know, of course, we are going to be talking about Remy and Papoose. I mean, I can't believe that this probably the worst couple to break up and go at each other is a couple that knows how to battle rap. Because
imagine what them diss records gonna sound like.
Are going back and forth, and I believe there's some. I feel like there has to be. But anyway, let's get this show started. We'll talk about that. Of course, this Diddy trial is happening. Then I seen some things happening with Yandy. I don't know what is going on. Skilla Baby, we love you, Skilla Baby.
Get well, brother.
I saw that news yesterday as well. And I'm happy that he is going to be okay. Shout out to Skilla Baby. But let's get the show started with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150 is Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, New Mano.
Yeah.
And we do have another special guest here who's going to join us shortly, straight out of the USVI, Lima Rowe. But first, let's get into the shine a light. I want to shine a light on Skilla Baby. There are reports that he was shot in Detroit. I got the news while I was out yesterday. Mm-hmm. And they said they have confirmed that he's getting treatment in the hospital. He's going to be okay. It was a gunshot wound to the leg and a graze to the head. They said he was behind the wheel of a truck when the shooting occurred on 8 Mile. So
he was driving and they started hitting.
Yeah. Much love to Skilla Baby, though. I want to say, from the first time I've ever met him, he always been the coolest person, and he used to every time I go to Detroit, he'll show up. He's mad chill. He'll come by himself, be cool. Go back to that lip service episode we did with Sada Baby and Skilla Baby. Hilarious to watch. But I always felt like from when I first was hearing his mixtapes, I he's just a special person. Right. And when you see the love he gets in Detroit, I hate to see things like this that are happening. But authorities are saying that a suspect fled the scene after the incident. According to Metro Detroit News, they said investigators are working to examine what led up to the shooting, but it's still under investigation. But much love. We want to shine some light on Skilla Baby.
Yeah.
All right. Now, anonymous caller. This person must be anonymous. Who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my daughter, Tamara. Education is very important in my household, and I'm just so proud of her for going back and get her high school diploma.
Okay, you sound proud. Now, what was the obstacle she had to overcome?
Well, I have not been the best mom, but I try to be a great mom, and I appreciate her for picking me for being her mom. I love her so much.
You know what? A lot of times we have to forgive ourselves for things that we go through. And I think a lot of times kids also realize that later in life. I didn't know what my mom had to go through. A lot of parents haven't been perfect.
But I appreciate her showing up and showing out for me. Thank you. I brag different now.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling and congratulations to her for graduating. It's graduation season.
Yes. Shout out Freeport High School graduate.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can always shine a light for last word. And when we come back, should we start it off right in the midst of the Yee tea with Remy and Pap? We might as well start the day off with that because it is piping hot. I feel like there's going to be more today, and we'll keep you updated. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Oh my goodness, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, Mano's here.
Yes, I am.
And shout out to our girl Lima Rowe in the building too.
Lima.
And let's get into some of this Yee tea. And there's so much going on with Remy Ma and Papoose. We don't even know.
There's a lot happening.
How this got
full-fledged war yesterday.
Out of control. Now, Papoose is saying that the reason why Remy is so mad at him is because he knows a secret about her that the world doesn't know. Here's what he said.
But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. She has done a lot of bad towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. On another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. This individual is a female.
So he's trying to say that she's upset that he knows this secret about her, and that's why he's so mad. But things exploded even more from there. Remy basically was calling him a liar, also saying that he tried to pawn some of her goods, including a Cartier bracelet.
Right, a chain and a Cartier bracelet.
Mm-hmm. And he responded by saying that he bought everything and has all of the certificates for that and all of it. In addition to that, Papoose then accused Remy of cheating multiple times and said that she was also withholding their daughter.
2022, when she started dealing with the lane, that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. And you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable.
I hate that this is all happening, by the way. I do want to say that, but everybody was like locked in yesterday watching all this. Now, on behalf of Remy, she finally got Papoose to go ahead and file for divorce because she wanted him to file the papers. She even offered to pay for his lawyer. She showed all of his things packed very neatly. And she did a great job packing because I want to say if it was me, I would have put your stuff in black trash bags. But she put all his stuff very neatly in these like really nice cubes.
Really?
By the door. So anyway, in addition to that, here's what she had to say, that he will never win this because she don't care.
You're never going to win this with me because I don't care anymore. The woman that you knew, she is gone. That lady that gave you grace, that saved face for you, that took the hit so that we both don't look crazy, even if it made me look crazy because I feel like, oh, you know what, my celebrity could take it. She gone.
Now, he is claiming that he wrote a large percentage of her rhymes, and I saw people going back and forth on whether or not they believe this. Here's what he said.
I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole.
All right, what do you think about that? Because you know Remy, and you've actually written.
It's a lot.
Like you watched her write when she did.
I just watched her write in front of me.
Shade Room Part 2 out right now, featuring Remy Ma.
Look, man, I hate to see this. Right, it's a lot happening, and nobody wins when the family go to war. Right, it's in public, something that I always like to stay away from. It's just bad. It's
Remy also says that Papoose is hiding the son because he's gay. She also accused him of that, and then she said that on her live, and then he responded about her bringing family into it, and all that. I mean, it's just wild allegations. And Clarissa Shields responded to all of this because Remy said she felt bad for Clarissa Shields. She said, I feel bad for old girl, and she went online to explain that Papoose is not her manager. She said, don't try and diminish this man's character. Pap is a helpful man. That's just how he is. And then she ended it by saying, if I wake up tomorrow to some more, it's going to be a problem. So that was Clarissa Shields' response to all of this. But that is your Yee Tea. There's a lot more to it. We'll get into it when we come back. About last night. That's what we did last night. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Last night. It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Numano.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do last night?
I was tuned in to the happenings on the internet.
They were doing some long lives.
Yeah, couldn't. It was like a real couple episodes.
It's crazy that we hate that this is happening, but we're locked in, watching everything happen.
Yeah.
I was just showing you how neatly Remy packed up Papoose's clothes.
Right.
I don't know why I'm stuck on that.
Somebody ever had to pack your clothes up?
No, but I just know that if I had to do that for someone, I don't think that I would be so nice to do it so neatly.
I remember I was early on when my son was a baby, and me and my baby mother used to get into it. She used to have my clothes in a garbage bag.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Put it in a garbage bag?
Yes, that's like.
What you mean that's what you're supposed
to do?
Is that
Get it
a
out
rule?
of here. Yeah, I don't know.
it's
That's
not
what I
rude.
would do. I also don't think I would take the time, but I thought that was really thoughtful still in the midst of all of this. But anyway, I did lip service last night.
Right.
So shout out to all my lip service people. I'm excited for this episode. Christopher Martin was on. He's from Jamaica. But he's done Angela Yee Day like several times in the past. And when I tell you, he always brings like special guests out, but he's got a new song out right now. Basically he wants his wife and his sweetheart to get along with each other.
I like that song. He's a genius. He's a genius.
But he says
Shout out
it's
to
just
Christopher.
entertainment.
No, that you're a genius. Christopher Martin.
And then Sugar was there. She did the woman's version answer to that song.
Yeah.
You know, What If? And she wants her man to get along with her side dude. So,
Oh.
yeah, it can work both ways, Mano.
Oh.
That's how it goes down. And you're getting married, so you know how it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
July 26th is happening.
All right. Well, I feel like, when is Clarissa Shields' fight? Oh, July 16th? Or let me see when her fight is. Because I don't want nobody to think you taking shots at nobody.
No. I ain't doing no shots.
Okay, all right.
My-
But we are going to do some shots in a minute because we do have
We
some
not
special
doing
news
no shots
that
either.
we're going to break up here later. But in the meantime, 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Tell us a secret. That's 800-292-5150. 5150. Any secret that you have. There's a lot of them being spilled online, but now we want to hear yours. That's 800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. We're here to help. Mano, can you not judge today for once?
I don't judge.
Just one time,
I don't
please.
even judge, though. Y'all saying I'm judging. I don't judge.
You do. You call people a sucker. You tell them they lame.
No, that was- I got triggered.
800-292-5150. Call us up.
Way up.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Hey, yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time
Way
to tell
up.
us a secret. Man, I'm going to need you to chill out.
I'm chilling. I ain't doing
You
nothing.
sure? Finish your shot. Because
I
the
finished,
rest of us all finished our shots.
I sip. I don't do shots.
And
I
just
sip.
so y'all know, it is a celebration, and that's a secret that we're going to tell you very shortly. But 800-292-5150, anonymous caller, tell us your secret.
My brother's been married for 2.5 years, and the first year they were married, he sent his wife over to, we was actually staying together in an apartment. He sent his wife over to the house to get some things, and she came on to me, and yeah, we had sex. I was wondering, should I tell him or not?
So you had sex with your brother's wife.
Yes.
Out of all the women in the world that you can sleep with, why would you sleep with your brother's wife, my boy?
She came on to me, and, you know.
You
us
couldn't say
being
no.
men,
On a scale of 1 to 10, I need you to be honest with me right now. How real do you think you are as a man?
I mean.
You a -0.
Now,
Come on, man.
what? So you do want to tell your brother?
Yes, they've been married for 3 years now. It happened the first year of their marriage. But I
They
told
was
him-
married, though.
Yeah, he said it happened the first
Yo, listen,
year.
I want you to understand, I do plenty wrong, but it's a wrong and a right way to do wrong.
You would never do that to Mouse Home.
Never. I would never sleep with my brother's baby's mother, wife, nothing.
But
It's my brother.
in my defense, I told him before he even married her, like, bro, you marrying a fact.
So let him deal with that, though.
So
That
it's
ain't
okay
you.
for you to sleep with a thought, but just not marry one.
I ain't married. I mean, I'm a bachelor, so it is what it is.
Are you a thought?
No, he's a lame.
Yeah, I'm a that.
Should you tell him or not? Yeah, tell him.
Yeah, you might as well tell him at this point.
Yeah, go ahead. Ruin his marriage and your relationship with him.
Nah, this is my brother. It'll
it's your
never-
brother.
Now that's your brother.
You go sleep, you go sleep.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you for calling. All right. Why does that have to happen when you're here? Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You want to tell me and Mano a secret? No judgment. His blood pressure's up.
For sure. So, me and my kid's mom, I started off doing that thing, and I would pick up her guests sometime to, go to the, to drop off to her place.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll charge her for that. So, anyway, what she didn't know was if she had a pretty guest sometime, I would get on the guest, and I was knocking down the guest that she would have.
That's fair cheating right there.
Yeah, because they're not together.
No, but it's a fair cheat. You understand? It's not like this is his brother's wife or his brother's girlfriend. There's no conflict.
So, I
of
like
interest.
that, man. I like that. What up, man? I want to tell you, bro, I'm 42. I'm 42, bro. I come from the era with you guys going. Mano, it's good seeing you still doing your thing,
100%.
I just have a question. So you were separated from your wife when you were sleeping with the B guest?
I've never been married. We was that's my BM. We were separated, kind of like trying to work, but not. And she was staying up the street, and it's a good hustle in that. So I didn't mind renting out rooms or whatever. But
Well,
yeah, when
just
she
so
would
you
have
know,
a pretty guest.
Now they have services, you can charge extra for that.
Okay.
No, that's a respectable cheat though right there, bro. So don't even worry about that.
Okay.
You cool.
All right. Thank
For
you for
sure.
calling.
It's a fair
No
cheat.
problem.
All right, your morals.
Listen,
No,
it's
you
a
have
right-
morals. You have morals.
There's a right way to do wrong. There's a wrong way to do wrong.
All right, well, we're doing right all the time, right? We're doing our best.
Yeah, we doing all right.
All right, well, when we come back, we have your Yee Tea, and we'll tell you who is saying that Kid Cudi is a rat for taking the stand, and we'll tell you
Get
what
off the
Kid
stand.
Cudi had to say about all of the support that he's been getting. It's way up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy.
Wait.
And let's get right into it. So Kid Cudi has
Get off
thanked
the
people
stand.
for support. Why do you want him to get? He was subpoenaed to come in.
Yeah, but you have to be so honest.
Why would you not be honest? Understand that's
For
a
what?
crime.
I forgot.
I'm gonna
I
get
don't
in trouble
remember.
for what you did.
No, they don't know. Like, I don't remember all that. It was so long ago. It was 12 years ago. Did he call you? I think he did. I don't remember.
Well, Kid Cudi and Cassie dated in 2011, and then allegedly somebody broke into Kid Cudi's home
Right. We don't know who though.
and allegedly also blew up his Porsche with a
We don't know
Molotov
who.
cocktail.
It's not been proven who did that.
His dog was left jittery. You know people don't play about their dog either. Like, you have my dog locked in the bathroom.
Got it. But we don't know who did it.
All right, well, Young Thug posted, "Damn, Cudi a rat, LOL," and then he deleted it. Is he a rat for this? He not no street dude.
Right, he not a street dude,
He
so he
didn't
not
do nothing.
He not held to that. All I'm saying is this happened 12 years ago. Like, what do you like? You want to send him to the jail for the rest of his life? Like, what?
He's just testifying on what his experience was. What is wrong with that?
But you don't know what your experience. You don't know if the dude. Okay.
But anyway, here's what Kid Cudi had to say, not to you, but to his supporters.
I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. And it really means a lot to me, man. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and I love y'all, man.
See?
Got it.
Okay.
That
That wasn't for you, that message.
No, I'm saying I ain't got no problem with him, but I'm just saying like what you don't need to be up there telling everything.
You know, in support of Cassie, I'm
You
sure
can support her in
I'm
many
sure
ways.
I'm sure
She got a lot of support.
I'm
She's got
sure
10 million
that she
extra
is
in support.
happy that he did that. Okay. Now, in other news, Peter Thomas from Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know him from owning Bar One and being married to Cynthia Bailey. He is turning himself in officially to start his 18-month federal prison sentence for not paying over $2.5 million in payroll taxes from his businesses. He went on social media and said, "All the people told me not to post this, but that I'm crazy if I do. I am not crazy, just real as F. The first thing I must say to all new business owner, please pay that withholding tax. You do not want to be in the position that I'm in right now. The law is the law. It's not easy for us black men, especially in my industry. No bank, fund, restaurant, bar, lounge. We have to put that ish on us. 100. This is a new chapter in my life. It's called accountability and responsibility. My road to redemption. I have 3 black sons and I must lead by example."
How much time he got?
He has 18 months
Oh, yeah, he be all right.
of a federal prison sentence.
He be all right.
All right, and lastly, shout out to my girl Gigi, Real Housewives of Atlanta. She spoke to from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Ralph Pittman. That's Drew Sidora's estranged husband, who's still living in the house in the basement. And here is what happened during that conversation, Pink Conversations with Gigi McGuire.
So how long has the separation been?
2 years, 2+.
Ooh, and you're in the basement.
Yeah.
Why are you in the basement, sir?
Drew and her attorney actually tried to set me up. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to get me kicked out and have me pay for the house, too.
All right. Well, there you have it. So you can watch that full episode on Pink Conversations with Gigi McGuire. Now that's TV. And that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, under the radar, the stories that are not in the headlines, they're under the radar, but you definitely need to know about them. Here's some Jay Holiday with Bad. It's Way Up.
In the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. And now let's get into these under the radar stories. First up, you can't get pennies anymore. U.S. is ending penny production. What does that mean for you? They made its final order of penny blanks this month at Treasury. And that means they only produce pennies until it runs out of blanks.
So what happens when you pay $1 for something?
So you got to round up or down to the nearest 5 cents from now
right,
on.
but if something costs 99 cents.
Now it's going to be 95 or $1. So
no,
it'll be $1.
I want my penny. Like, give me my penny.
You know how much it costs to make a penny?
How much?
$3.69.
Jamaica 1 cent penny is crazy. I don't believe that though. But
I'm telling you.
What they say.
It costs $3.69 to
so
make
nothing is going to
penny.
be 99 cents no more.
No.
So it's going to be $1 or 95.
So they want to make sure they do it the right way because each penny costs way more than what it's worth.
So it's not going to be $9.99 and I give you a $10 bill. I want my penny.
There's no more 99-cent stores. That's it.
Right,
it's
nothing
a wrap
in
for
there
that.
costs 99 cents.
Now, Canada parted ways with their penny in the early 2010s for the same reason of that. So now, if something costs $19.82, it's going to be $19.80. But if it's $19.83, it'll be $19.85. Just FYI. So get ready for that. I wonder if these pennies will be worth more now that they're not going to be in circulation because I do have a big piggy bank at home. So how much does it cost to make 5 cents? You may be wondering that. It costs 14 cents.
So why does it cost so much to make
a nickel? I don't know. Maybe it's the material. It's that little
copper.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. All right. And in other news, Donald Trump has demanded that Apple make its iPhones in the United States. And if not, there will be a 25% tariff. Listen,
bully game is not a joke.
Yeah, so over the past several years, Apple has been working to diversify its production capabilities. They've moved some production already to India, but Donald Trump is talking about 25% tariffs on those iPhones. So, we'll see what is going to end up happening with that. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we do have a big announcement coming later for Way Up with Angela Yee. And this is something that will affect all of us, but in a great and positive and fun way. And I'm really excited for this. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with an expansion, and it has to do with somebody who's here with us right now, with Lee Monroe. We'll discuss it. But let's have a good time because it is a long holiday weekend, and New York might be having a 4-day work week. I can't even speak because I had one shot. New York is considering a 4-day work week. They're doing pilot programs, and we might as well start that next week. All right, it's Way Up.
Talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy Mano.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm good. I feel like you might have. You feel me just now?
No.
I feel like I dozed
While you
off.
were in here sleeping? No, of course not. I promise you I didn't.
You would never do nothing
No,
like that.
I promise. I let you rest in peace. Sleep in peace. Not like that. All right. Anyway, let's move on. So as we know, Papoose and Remy Ma, it's been some back and forth. It's calmed down, but there's still a little bit of residual things happening.
A little residue.
Remy Ma was responding to Clarissa Shields because Clarissa was like, I don't want to hear nothing more about this. She posted, if you just turned 30 and allegedly just met someone 8 months ago that is 47 years old that I knew since you were 10 and was married to them since you were 13, and he has 4 biological children, one age 28 but will be 29, one age 25, another one age 24 but will soon be 25, and a 6-year-old baby, and currently promising you a newborn while finally agreeing to divorce 18 hours and 54 minutes and 3 seconds ago. Please refrain from speaking. And Clarissa Shields posted, Remy Ma, I'ma say what the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have a family. Yes, we're happy. And yes, you still invited to the barbecues and cookout, long as you have a good attitude. Leave me and Pap alone. Nobody worried about you. July 26th is our only focus. And ain't nobody scared of you either. Signed them divorce papers Pap filed yesterday, miss. It's messy. And July 26th is your wedding, which is wild. Mano.
Yeah, that's my date for my wedding.
I need you to wake up. You had 2 shots, and this is embarrassing.
Put me out, though. This is
This
crazy.
is embarrassing.
I had a long night.
Anyway, so yes, that's the update on Remy and Pap, and now Clarissa Shields is in the middle of this as well. All right, now Birdman was allegedly charging money just to put people in touch with Lil Wayne. That don't even guarantee you're going to get something. So 2 Chainz was on Club Shay Shay. As you can see, Club Shay Shay still happening. Ain't nothing stopped.
But it's different now?
I don't know. I mean, people still up there. They still working, still going, push through. And here is what 2 Chainz had to say about Lil Wayne and Birdman charging.
Baby was charging $100 and he was charging Wayne $100.
How he charging? He ain't on the song.
But he was over cash money, so anybody, when Wayne was so hot, if anybody wanted Wayne, he would be like, I need 100 too, and people would obviously do it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, he said he found a way around that. He said one day he was in the Gucci store, bought Wayne a pair of red Gucci shoes, and said he took it to him at the studio. And he also had a beat CD, and he gave it to him, and then Lil Wayne liked the beats, and then he, you know, invited 2 Chainz down to Florida, and that's what happened.
Yeah, they've been working together for a while, though.
Yeah. Imagine paying $100,000 just to say hi to somebody, and you don't know if anything's going to come out of it.
Pay the toll.
It's kind of like, would you rather have $100,000 to have dinner with Lil Wayne, or anything could happen? All right. And speaking of money, Jussie Smollett has agreed to pay $50,000 to a charity of his choice, and that is off of that whole Chicago lawsuit that he had. It was an alleged hate crime hoax, and they're saying that cost the city $120,000. They filed a civil lawsuit against him. They wanted to get paid back for that, but they did settle after 6 years, because this was 6 years ago, on a $50,000 donation, and he does not have to admit guilt in the midst of all that.
He had those big guys, those big diesel guys.
The brothers. Yes.
It was all fake, though.
Well, he doesn't have to admit to that. He still stands by his word of what happened. So that's part of his restitution. All right. Well, that is your Yee. When we come back, it's a Friday. It's a new Music Friday. And after that, we got a special announcement for you. And we also, do we have Ask Yee still? Yes. Okay. Ask Yee as well. It's way up.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with the award-winning, advice-giving, cookie-eating Numeno.
That's right.
And we have an anonymous caller on the line. He doesn't want to give up his information, so I know it's a juicy question. So what's up?
Hey, so I've been talking to this girl. She's my baby mother now, and we've been together for going on about 10 years.
Wow.
So she was living with me in the basement with me and my family, and then she said that she wanted to move out, so I said, okay, no problem. We moved out. We went to Georgia. I had moved in with a guy that I had considered a friend. And now, mind you, she's been cheating on me for like a lot, which was like probably 4 years of the straight cheating. And I figured, okay, if I take you out of New York, it might make our relationship stronger. I figured that, like, if I had just showed her, like, unconditional love, something that she wasn't really raised with, that maybe it would change the way she acts.
This is crazy.
So what ended up happening?
So it gets worse. So we ended up going to Georgia. The guy we had moved in with, he ended up, I guess, feeling like being with him would be better since he already has a place.
Oh, my God.
So
I gotta go.
So she ended up moving on with him, and I ended up coming back home to New York. She stayed out there for 2 years, and she told me to keep the kids. She's going to start a new family.
What?
Which I have full, So I have full custody of the kids. They've been living with me for the past 2 years, and she stayed out there. Now, things with her and the guy didn't work out, apparently.
Of course.
So she ended up moving back to New York, but she had nowhere to go because she tried to move in with me.
And you took her back.
No, I didn't take her back. From time to time, I will still come by and visit her because obviously we have kids together, and I grew up with both my parents, so I don't want my kids growing up not knowing who their mom is. And just for my kids, I feel like it would be good to kind of have that family dynamic back together.
But what is it about you that makes you feel like you're responsible? And then even the fact that she was willing to abandon her children, but you want to give them this family dynamic, you know, your kids should not ever see the way that you're being treated either.
And walked all over.
I don't understand what it is that you're still holding on to, because it feels like you're making excuses for her. And listen, a lot of us have past trauma, and it does affect how we deal with the relationships moving forward. But I think enabling her is not really the answer until she's willing to get some help for herself.
You got to tighten up. You move like a sucker, they're going to play you like one. You got to tighten up. She been walking all over you from day one.
Pretty much, yeah.
And your homie knew something was sweet about you. That's why he did what he did. He said, "Yeah, come sleep on my couch."
Listen, I never want to be for tearing a family apart, but I also, you know, she needs to do the work on herself. What is she doing to work on herself? What steps is she taking? And what accountability is she taking?
Well, that's the thing. She's actually not taking no accountability. She swears that, like, she did nothing wrong.
Until she's willing to take accountability, do the work, because I do know people who have worked through things and have had trauma and managed to get their family back together. But if she's not making no effort, not taking no accountability, then this isn't going to go anywhere.
Okay.
You know, and you have to be very
I'm
clear.
still hopeful that even like maybe 5-10 years down the line.
Yeah, but if she's not, you gotta like let her know, I can't do this because you haven't worked on yourself and you're not taking any accountability. And that's why you are definitely able to see the children and we can work out an arrangement and custody and all of those things because you don't know what she might do in the future. So you want to make sure you protect yourself and your kids too. And that's always a priority. All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. If we couldn't get through, you could always leave a message and ask a question for me and the award-winning advice-giving Mano that way. And when we come back, we got a special announcement. Lima Rowe is with us. She is the owner and operating manager of 101.3 Row FM in the Virgin Islands, not just the U.S. Virgin Islands, but also the British Virgin Islands. And we have an announcement for Way Up with Angela Yee. Let's go.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mano.
Hey.
We've had one shot and he is
That's all we need.
out of his mind. Lima Rowe is here with us.
Hi, guys.
She's from St. Croix.
Yep, Virgin
From
Islands.
the U.S. Virgin
from
Islands.
Where I'm from.
Yes, where you're from as well.
Absolutely.
You found your family.
That's right.
And hopefully
So you got to come back there.
I'm coming.
But we are all coming back there and we are celebrating. The reason we had this one shot. Lima Rowe, why don't you take it from here?
Well, the Way Up show is about to be on Row FM. That's my radio station out in the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that.
First of all, let's talk about the woman power in the room. The fact that you own a radio station, and I first met you at Carnival a couple of years ago.
Last year,
yes. And they were like, yo, you gotta meet her. She's so dope. She's a woman that she owns her own station, and you're also an artist.
Yes, I am.
As well.
Yes.
And doing music, but also having your own station. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like the number one station in the US.
Virgin Islands, yes.
And it broadcasts over all three
and the British Virgin Islands.
Wow.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
British Virgin
Yes.
Islands too?
Yes.
Listen, period.
Yes.
We are lit. And I want to thank you for that because honestly, we just came again to Carnival this year. And, you know, people say things like, oh, I want to put you on. And you really did it.
Yeah, you know, but when I met you last year, it was already a thought, right? And I was like, I want to ask, but I didn't ask. I just feel like it wasn't the time. But this year, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to say what I want.
That's right. That's what you got to do.
Because I feel like we missing something there, and I feel like this is it.
Well, I just want to say that I am very, very honored and excited to be there. I'm excited for our site visits. We're talking about St. Croix Carnival already.
Oh, yeah, and it's about to be lit, so I hope y'all ready.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And I just love to see this. And I love the fact that we're collaborating together. And I just want to make sure anything you need, we here for it.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. And I'm
Thank you.
excited. So that's our big announcement. Way Up with Angela Yee is expanding. We are going to be in the Virgin Islands, courtesy of Lima Rowe. You could check us out.
Yes, we're on TuneIn, and you can check us out on Instagram at 101.3 Row FM WEVI and on Facebook.
Right.
Yes, yes. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. Again, when we come back, you guys, we have the last word. It is a celebration, Memorial Weekend. Let's go.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
What a day. What an announcement. Mano, of course. I just want to say, get a Mano on your team.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Get you a Mano.
Get you a Mano. I like how it's, get you a new Mano.
Get you a new Mano, not the old one.
Yeah.
Don't get that old Mano. But thank you to everybody who called in today. Thank you to Lima Rowe who came
That's
here
right.
from the U.S. Virgin Islands and made the announcement with us that
Where
we
I'm
are.
from.
Yes, where you're from. The Ingermans. Your name is really Jermaine Ingerman.
Yeah.
You should change it back.
No. Coleman is good. It's
Coleman.
my daddy name.
All right. Well, anyway, we are just grateful to now know that we'll be expanding into the U.S. Virgin, well, to the Virgin Islands, period. And so, great experiences.
Now we
great
have
things
reason to
ahead.
be out there even more.
We'll be keeping an eye on everything that's been going on social media. It feels like things are calming down. We need a little calm. It was stormy. It was very stormy. But again, you guys be safe, all right? And always keep on spreading that love. And be safe over this weekend. It is a holiday weekend. I know a lot of people are going to be drinking, cooking out, family getting together. Just have some patience. People are going through some things. And this is your show, so you have...
Got the last word.
There you go.
My mama took the company car from my job, my career, and spent 7 bands, ran it up. I lost my job. Well, way up.
Hi, my name is Miss Dash. I'm calling from Transition Professionals in Hackensack, New Jersey. I want to shine a light on this reentry program who continues to help citizens coming out of prison and reintegrating back into the community. Keep doing a great job. Shout out to all the case managers, all the psychologists, all the social workers that contribute to this beautiful process. And please make a donation. TransitionProfessionals.org. Thank you.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.